What makes a video game unforgettable? For many gamers, it's the thrilling boss fights. These epic encounters push players to their limits, testing skills, patience, and strategy. From clever puzzles to intense battles, boss fights are often the highlight of a game. They're designed to be memorable and leave players with a huge sense of accomplishment. This list celebrates the 10 most epic boss fights in video game history. We're diving into battles that shocked players with their creativity, difficulty, or sheer excitement. These bosses are more than just enemies. They are legendary moments in gaming. Whether you're a fan of RPGs, action games, or platformers, you'll recognize some of the unforgettable characters and challenges on this list. Ready to relive some of the greatest boss fights ever? Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more gaming content. Now, let's jump into the action. This boss fight from Metal Gear Solid is legendary for interacting directly with the player. Psycho Mantis, a telepathic enemy, reads your mind, or at least your game controller. He predicts your moves and even comments on your saved games. To defeat him, players must switch their controller to a different port, a creative solution that left gamers stunned. This fight wasn't just tough, it was revolutionary. It showed how games could surprise players by stepping outside the box. Psycho Mantis remains one of the most memorable bosses, proving that creativity can make a fight unforgettable. Sephiroth is one of gaming's most iconic villains, and his final battle in Final Fantasy VII is unforgettable. The build-up to this fight is epic, as players face his overwhelming power and dramatic transformation. The fight is split into phases, each accompanied by the incredible music of One-Winged Angel, making it even more intense. What makes this boss fight stand out is its emotional weight. Sephiroth isn't just a tough enemy, he's a deep character tied to the story's biggest moments. Defeating him feels like closing a major chapter in gaming history. Facing Ornstein and Smough in Dark Souls is a true test of skill and strategy. These two bosses fight together, making the battle chaotic and intense. Ornstein is fast and agile, while Smough is slow but devastatingly powerful. Players must decide which one to take out first, as the remaining boss becomes even stronger. This fight is a perfect example of Dark Souls' reputation for difficulty. It demands patience, careful planning, and precise execution. Defeating Ornstein and Smough is a badge of honor for players, marking a key moment in their journey through this punishing world. The final battle with Ganon in Ocarina of Time is a masterpiece of tension and drama. After defeating his first form, Ganondorf, players face Ganon in a ruined castle surrounded by fire and destruction. Armed with the Master Sword and their wits, players must dodge Ganon's powerful attacks while looking for openings to strike. This fight feels monumental, as it concludes Link's epic journey to save Hyrule. The combination of cinematic visuals, intense music, and the high stakes make this boss fight one of the most memorable in gaming history. The battle against Mr. Freeze in Batman Arkham City is a standout for its unique design. Unlike most boss fights, players can't repeat the same strategy twice. Mr. Freeze adapts to every move you make, forcing players to think creatively. Whether it's sneaking through vents or setting traps, this fight keeps you on your toes. What makes it so memorable is how it reflects Mr. Freeze's character: cold, calculating, and relentless. It's not just about defeating him, it's about outsmarting him. This fight is a brilliant example of how gameplay and storytelling can come together. Isshin, the Sword Saint, is the ultimate test of skill in Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. This multi-phase boss fight demands mastery of the game's combat system. Isshin uses a mix of sword strikes, deadly spear attacks, and even a gun to keep players constantly on edge. The fight is both difficult and rewarding, requiring patience and precision. Each phase pushes players to adapt and improve. By the time you land the final blow, the sense of accomplishment is immense. Isshin embodies everything that makes Sekiro challenging and unforgettable. The final showdown with Bowser in Super Mario 64 is as iconic as the game itself. Set on a circular battlefield floating above lava, players must grab Bowser by the tail, spin him around, and throw him into bombs. It's a perfect blend of skill and timing, making it both challenging and fun. This fight feels epic because it caps off Mario's adventure in Peach's castle. The colorful visuals, dramatic music, and satisfying gameplay combine to create a moment that gamers remember fondly. Bowser's defeat is a celebration of victory for players of all ages. The fight against Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is legendary for its extreme difficulty. Tyson's punches are fast, unpredictable, and powerful, capable of knocking players out in one hit during the early stages. To win, players must memorize his patterns and react with perfect timing. This boss fight tests patience and reflexes like no other. It's a true battle of skill, with a massive sense of reward when players finally land the knockout. Facing Tyson is not just a fight, it's a rite of passage for gamers who crave a tough challenge. Lavos, the ultimate enemy of Chrono Trigger, is a boss fight that spans time itself. The battle is multi-phased, starting with defeating its outer shell and moving into a battle with its true core. Each phase tests the player's strategic thinking, requiring careful use of abilities and teamwork. What makes Lavos stand out is its connection to the game's narrative. As the cause of global destruction, defeating Lavos isn't just about winning, it's about saving the world. The combination of epic music, intense gameplay, and emotional stakes makes this fight unforgettable for RPG fans. The battle against Jubileus, the creator, in Byonetta is a showdown of epic proportions. This boss fight takes place in outer space, where players face a massive godlike figure. Jubileus uses a variety of devastating attacks, from hurling planets to summoning cosmic energy, making every moment intense. What makes this fight unforgettable is its sheer scale and cinematic flair. It feels like a climactic finale to Bayonetta's over-the-top adventure. The visuals, music, and high-stakes gameplay create a thrilling experience, cementing Jubileus as one of the most epic boss fights in gaming history. Boss fights are more than just challenges. They are defining moments in gaming. Each battle on this list showcases creativity, storytelling, and unforgettable gameplay. Whether it's the mind-bending tricks of Psycho Mantis, the emotional weight of Sephiroth, or the challenge of Ornstein Smough, these fights leave a lasting impression on players. What makes these encounters so special is their ability to push us as gamers. They test our skills, make us think in new ways, and deliver incredible satisfaction when we finally succeed. These bosses aren't just enemies, they're milestones in gaming history. If you haven't experienced these epic fights yet, now's the time to try. And if you have, let us know your favorite in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing gaming content. Thanks for joining us on this journey through gaming's greatest battles.